Hey YouTube family, for those who don't know, my name is Sarah Da Silveira. I had gastric sleeve 7 weeks ago now, and we're gonna start a little YouTube family. Don't really know what's happening to TikTok, but I do want to stay here and still continue to share my journey. I am 22 pounds down. For reference, I am 4'11" and I'm 23 years old. In today's video, I want to discuss how you can prepare for bariatric surgery, whether that be VSG or the bypass. Just as a quick disclaimer, I am giving my perspective. Everybody's journey is different, but these are my tips from my experience. For those who are still looking into surgery, you're probably wondering, what is bariatric surgery? What is VSG? I'm personally speaking from a VSG standpoint because that is what I had done. I had a vertical sleeve gastrectomy done, and that is when a surgeon removes 80% of your stomach to aid with weight loss. I wanted to share some things that you should probably buy before surgery to make sure you're prepared and you have everything that you need. A heated blanket I feel like is very important, especially when you're having gas pains. I feel like it kind of soothes the area. And then as far as gas pains, also Gas X, that helped me a lot. I would also recommend very comfortable pajamas, something very loose, something that you're very comfortable in. I recommend getting a cute water bottle. Depending on your program, you might or might not be able to drink out of a straw. I was allowed to drink out of a straw straight out of the operating room, but as I can tell from TikTok, not everybody's program is that way. So of course, follow your surgeon's instructions. I recommend an Owala because you can use the straw feature, but you can also sip from it as well. I recommend a wedge pillow. I think that's very, very, very important. I wish that I got one. I actually didn't even figure out about a wedge pillow until I could sleep on my back again, so I didn't need it by the time that I figured it out. Next is a body composition scale. I feel like this is really helpful. My program doesn't want me to focus on weight loss until 3 months post-op. However, I have been weighing myself. I do like to track my progress. My program mainly wants me to focus on getting my liquids down right now and my protein. What I like about a body composition scale is that I can not only see my weight, but I can see my BMI, I can see my metabolic age, I can see my water, I can see my bone mass, I can see my metabolic rate. I like how you can see other factors besides just weight. For example, maybe the scale says I gained half a pound, but then also maybe I'm carrying a little bit more muscle mass. So technically it doesn't mean that I've gained half a pound of fat. And then we have the basics. I would recommend unflavored protein. Your taste buds do change after surgery, so I would not stock up on any flavored protein. I got really sick of the Premier protein. I think it was like cake batter. I loved that pre-op, and post-op I could not tolerate it anymore. It was way too sweet. It made me nauseous. I would recommend either getting a clear protein or an unflavored protein powder. And I have both of those linked in my Amazon storefront if you guys need it. I would also recommend getting sugar-free Jello and sugar-free pudding, cozy socks. I would get Propel and Crystal Light as well. I would also get a faja because I felt like it was really difficult to kind of lean back and forth. During surgery, you just kind of feel like they just took out an organ. So getting a faja to really keep yourself in place is a really good idea. Lastly, I would recommend getting some laxatives, fiber supplements. After surgery, it will be hard to move your stools, so I would really recommend a laxative, maybe even a suppository. I had to take both, and I don't think I had a bowel movement until 5 or 6 days post-op. Those are the items that you need right before surgery. Later on, I feel like 2 weeks and after surgery, that's when I would get a food scale, a walking pad, the bite-sized cookbook. I shared a lot of recipes on TikTok with that book. I think it's amazing. They have recipes for a pureed stage, soft food stage. They have desserts, and they have family-friendly recipes. After surgery, once I was cleared to have more soft foods and I got really used to eating those type of foods, I really wanted something I could crunch on. I was eating really soft foods, so like nothing that gave me that chip feeling, like I'm biting into a chip. And I recently found edamame beans. They are super high in protein, taste delicious. They have different flavors. They have sea salt, they have ranch, buffalo, I think it's sriracha. They're delicious. They are high in protein and low in calories, so they're amazing. When preparing for bariatric surgery, I would focus on the mental aspect of the surgery. Try to sit with yourself and ask yourself, why are you getting surgery? I would definitely recommend a psychologist. And yeah, just sitting with yourself or sitting with a psychologist and asking yourself, what is your why? Why do I have an addiction to food? What are your triggers? What is your relationship with food like? Me personally, I ate when I was happy, when I was sad, when I was angry, when I was frustrated, when I was stressed. Food was just my coping mechanism in general. I used it for everything. And I would also ask yourself, what does the light at the end of the tunnel look like? What do you want to accomplish from this surgery? Is it just losing weight? Do you want to make a lifestyle change? I would really start to think about these things, because this surgery is not the easy way out. It's a lot and it's hard. You really have to put in the work. And just make sure that you're ready to change, because the surgery is a tool. It's ultimately up to you to want to lose the weight, to want to make the change. Your relationship with food is going to change completely. Some days you might look at food and be in complete disgust. You're gonna realize that food is solely just fuel, and it took me a little while to figure that out, but I did. Next is definitely prepare mentally again, but this is for the pre-op and post-op liquid diets. Pre-op, I only had a shrink the liver diet. I didn't go on a full liquid diet like some people do. I couldn't have any starches. It was really low in carbs. It was mainly protein shakes, yogurt. I could have only a cup of fruit, unlimited veggies, and protein. So like lean meats, chicken, things like that. Post-op, I had a 2-week liquid diet, and that was extremely hard. So I would definitely prepare mentally for that. Prepare for body odor. No one told me this before surgery. My armpits had a very bad odor, and my nurse told me that was due to ketosis. My body was in ketosis, and that was essentially the smell of ketones. No one ever told me that pre-op, so I was caught off guard. And then I did hear that people also have bad breath. I did not struggle with that. It is a side effect of rapid weight loss and just something that happens after surgery. But that's all I have for today. I'm so happy to be here and sharing my journey with you guys. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments, and I will make videos about it, or I'll answer you directly in the comments. If you do want to see my journey from the start, you can go and look at my TikTok. I will be posting here on YouTube more frequently. We don't really know what's happening with TikTok. I truly love, absolutely love the community that built on TikTok. I love getting everyone's advice. I love sharing my journey. I like looking back on my progress. But with that being said, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.